Welcome back, streamers and creamers alike. Welcome back to Void Omnia of the Final Fantasy. I can never get that right. Last time we left off, we ran into our fellow good friend, our very action-oriented friend, good old Gilgamesh, who was wielding the swords of champions past. Yep, all looking all nice and good. That's I think that's literally all that happened. You guys just arrived in Ishgard, but before you guys could actually enter into the bridge and the gates, you were stopped by Gilgamesh, and he took you over to a wilderness sort of area to fight in and to test your abilities before he could let you in. He says he was sent by Master Matoya.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And the fight ended with everyone getting a nice chunk of chains, cheddar cheese, a little bit. Yeah, you just went on your merry way as Gilgamesh kind of went out of existence, as you know it. Put that on mute, please. Alright, and that is where we left off. You have returned to the bridge of where the like check-in station, I guess, is for Ishgardians. If I can remember where it is. Here, I have a picture for you. Where did I put it? Well, I don't have it anymore, which is odd. But either way, what is it? Okay, so as you guys sort of like, land where the check-in station is, and you see like a little small hut almost that's kind of been covered up in little logs of wood. What is it that you guys wanted to do as Wedge landed down?
Well, oh, sorry, you can go ahead, Carlo.
So we're on like the outskirts of the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will just, oh, nice. So there's a little check-in station. I guess I'll just approach and see if there's anyone running it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you walk up to the check-in station. Next, do you follow everyone? Well, I mean, do you follow Franklin?
Yeah, I'll follow Franklin.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll follow him in.
Alright. Yeah, so you follow Franklin into this little hut here. It's more of like a small building. It's not really a hut. But you guys walk in and you see about 6 people. You see two like long bar kind of bar-like tables that stretch throughout the entire width of the entire building. And you see 3 people on one side, 3 people on the other side. And as soon as you walk in, you see a guard kind of walk up in front of you. He says, "Halt! Speak your name and your business here."
Franklin Vialis, returning home, sir, to check the status of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Franklin Vialis, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, and he looks over to his left, and he looks to this little elven creature sitting there, kind of writing and looking up at you. Yes, Franklin. He's well known. You can let him through, as you wish. And he steps apart, and he steps away. You are free to roam around in Ishgard.
Thank you, sir. Are my friends welcome to come along as well?
As long as they're with you and they don't cause any harm or trouble, then yes.
They won't. Thank you, sir.
Alright, and, yeah. He lets you through.
I suppose we enter into the main kind of like city area.
Yes. And as soon as you pass, and Evangeline kind of like makes her way along with you, one of the guardsmen kind of just looks over and just kind of stares at her. It's not like a stare of malice. It's more of like a stare of like, what? I haven't seen her in a long time. And as you guys like go forward, he goes past you and he starts kind of chatting up Evangeline. And then she looks to you and says, "You guys can go on ahead. I'll be right behind you."
All right, don't be too long.
Mm-hmm. All right. And you guys make your way across the bridge. You guys don't really take the airship with you, but Biggs, Wedge, and Midas decided to stay on the ship. And once you've actually entered in through the gates, you can see the magnificent city of Ishgard, your familiar homeland. You can see it's this very nearly damn near the entire city is made of stone. You can see stone carvings all around you. You can see a giant fountain there, and it's like this very elegant sort of I guess Eastern European kind of structuring. And as you look up, you can see the peaks that form the towers of Ishgard. It starts to get narrower and narrower until you see the giant yellow tower where presumably the ruler sits.
I lean into Franklin and I go, "That was a lot easier than I expected."
Yeah. As it turns out, I suppose it's easy to get into a kingdom when you are kind of part of the people in charge, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Well, at least they didn't decide to do a spot check.
You wouldn't have blown them up, right? Or like shot them or anything?
Not intentionally and not without reason.
Okay. Nix, can you promise me while we're here, well, you know, it's not realistic to ask for no explosions or gunshots, but maybe reduced explosions and gunshots, and maybe like none towards my parents?
Oh, no, that's... Okay, yes, I can promise that. And I can try and promise that I'll have at least a good reason for it.
Okay, well, that's good enough for me. Did you want to hear? I mean, I can probably save like this, like my whole story, like my upbringing, until we head into the. I don't know. Should we head into the castle, or should we ask around about what's going on, or what do you think we should do?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, honestly, I've never been to another nation to begin with, so this is kind of a bit of a new experience for me.
Well, that's fair. Is Ishgard living up to your expectations, though?
Not, well, I mean, the no Magitech thing is going to be a bit of a downer to begin with, but aside from that, I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, we just got here. The fight with Gilgamesh was a little bizarre, though, I will say that.
Yeah. Like 10 years ago, he just, like, randomly came in and just, like, well, I mean, as Evangeline said, like, stole weapons and then left, so, I mean, weird guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we could head to the castle, because then at least we'd hopefully get some answers straight out about what's going on.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, with any luck, maybe my parents will be there, and then you'll get to meet my parents.
Well, that'll definitely be interesting.
All right. Well, sounds like a plan. Then you want to hit up the castle?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
You guys roam around the markets districts and such. It's nothing like the markets districts that you've encountered in places like Cornelia or Bermesia. It's full to the brim, like the buildings tower over you. And when you get past that, you enter into the noble districts, because that's the area that you need to go through to get to your house, to get to the big castle where the ruler lives. Franklin, you recognize this place as if it were yesterday you've been here. And from here, you can even see your house, your old home, in one of the big towers. And,
Franklin kind of like pauses as he's walking, and says, I haven't been here for like 30 years. Seems like this place hasn't changed much. And points up and is like, I used to stay up there, in like one of that like that higher up area right there where I used to stay.
Yeah. Honestly, I was in a similar situation when we were heading to Shinra. Well, I mean, not as much of a time gap as you have, but it's definitely weird to turn to a place that you haven't been to in a while.
Glad y'all are here with me, though. I'll be honest, it's a little emotional and kind of like nervous to see my parents again. I don't know if they'll hate me for not having come back for 30 years, but
Could be worse.
Is there anything worse than having your parents hate you? Oh, well, wait. Yeah, there is.
And out of like, you know, the back, like from behind you here, well, you could be tortured to death. And you recognize the voice of Evangeline.
Yeah, I suppose you could be tortured to death. That is fair. Evangeline, you ever been in the main like castle?
Of course I have. That's the main place where we got our orders from when I was, you know, a part of the Dragoon Infantry.
That's fair. We're gonna head in and try to get answers about the crystal and kind of like what the situation is. You wanna come with?
Of course. I haven't seen this place in a long time.
I know. It feels like it hasn't like changed much. It's just feels like home for me.
Well, I haven't been here in 5 years or so. It hasn't been that long for me as much as it has been for you. So, to me, it hasn't changed at all because not a lot of time has passed. But for you, it hasn't changed.
Yeah, feels like I was just here yesterday. Franklin has a little bit of regret in his face, kind of like a little bit of remorse as he just looks around and then looks like at the ground and kind of like pauses in sadness, but just is like, well, no time like the present. Castle?
Nyx?
Let's go.
Alright, and yeah, you pass through the noble area. You can see people start to like kind of gossip. Is that who I think it is? He's returned? It's a little odd seeing him here, don't you think? Yeah, but yeah, he's here. He's returned. And then like you just pass through. And going up the long sort of stairwell, you enter into this area. which is the platform that leads into the main castle. And at the front, you can see 2 dragoon. Oh shit! Hang on, I didn't even put up the castle. There we go. See that castle.
Oh shit!
Why is it not showing up on the stream? That's weird.
I can see.
Oh, there we go. All right. But yeah, you see as you go up again through the stairs, you can see 2 dragoons standing there with their giant decorative dragon spears and their purple dragon scale armor, with a sort of dragon head covering their faces, and they put their spears out in sort of an X shape, and they say, "State your name and your business here."
Franklin Vialis. Return in to the castle to learn about the situation.
Franklin? Vialis? Like, the Vialis?
Yeah. That's me. Nervous smile. Hi.
Hi. And from behind you, you can see, you hear Evangeline say, "I'm here too." I said, "Evangeline? What are you doing with them?" "Oh, just, traveling around, trying to perfect my craft. You know how it is, right?" "I guess so. Well, I guess if it's you two, then I can allow everyone else accompanying you, going in as well." And then they put their spears back to their sides.
Nods to each of them and is like, thank you very much. You wouldn't happen to know, are my mom and dad? Are my mom and dad in?
Your parents, let me see. He kind of thinks to himself, he puts a hand on his chin. If I recall correctly, they had left, for the evening. To take a little bit of a break.
I see. Alright, well, thank you, we'll head in.
Alright. And, you let yourselves in.
Lou is asking if he can come in the Discord.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, he can come in. It's always nice to have three's a company. That's what they say. Alright, but yeah. I'll just wait for him to pop in really quickly before I continue on. But yeah. I'm gonna quickly, while I'm actually waiting, I can be swapping this out.
Alright. Are you gonna hit me with angst, Angel? You don't have to hit me with angst.
I don't have to hit you with Hanks, no. Promise.
Okay. It's like, not now, at least.
Oh yeah, that's coming way later.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Oh my god, he's so sexy. Alright. Let's do this. Oh shit. I think here, I'll just go ahead and continue. And when he comes in, I'll just pause. And when you walk into the keep, they open the doors for you, the two dragoon gentlemen. They let you in, and inside you can see a large marbled like space. It looks to be about a good. I'm not good at predicting feet measurements. It's about a good 200 feet. No. That's nowhere near it. About 400 feet in it's like a big square kind of chamber, at least before you get to the top part. And inside you can see the main like throne looking thing, and you can see a man sitting on it, which I'll get back to him in a second. And surrounding the throne, you can see a bunch of like a big long table stretching, curving, in sort of like a half dome shape, like starting out with the throne, kind of curving. And you can see multiple people kind of sitting down at those tables. And they are currently in the middle of a conversation. Okay, let me go ahead and turn Daniel's mic down a little bit. There we go. Alright. Alright, and you walk in, and they are currently in the middle of conversation. And as soon as the doors close behind you all, they all look towards you in your direction. And, oh, good.
Hello. Hi. My name's Franklin Vialis, and these are my friends.
I'm pretty sure they know who you are, Franklin.
That's fair, but
Wait, and then the one sitting in the chair, this person has a sort of black, what you presume to be the ruler sitting in the throne. He has very long, sort of like a neck length, not I can't speak, not neck length, more of like a half neck length hair, very spiked, and he has this very decorative black sort of chic clothing on with a nice, with a big popped collar, kind of folding over, and he also has accents of blue all around him. And you see this guy here. And he looks to you and says, Franklin? Vial, like, are you sure about that? Really?
yes, sir. That's me.
He's certainly not Burt Reynolds, I'll give you that.
I don't know who this Burt Reynolds is, but he sounds crazy.
Ignore that.
Depending on which version it is, you can either be really tall or really short and a lawyer.
Step forward, please, Mr. Violas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you walk forward, and he stands up, and he gets a little bit of a closer look. I must say, you have grown quite a bit since the last time I saw you.
Well, thank you, sir. I know it's been a long while. Sorry about that.
Hell, the last time I saw you, I was but a boy, and my father was ruling. So, it's good to see you again. I'm sure your parents must really scolded you on your your way in here.
I actually haven't seen them yet, sir.
You haven't? Well,
No,
I mean,
don't. We only got here a couple minutes ago.
Well, I'm sure the guards outside told you. I'm sure the guards outside told you that your friends had your parents were on leave for the rest of the day.
Well, still, it is great to see you. I'm so sorry, my old man memories. Remind me of your name?
The name's Emeric de Borel. You remember I was you're much older than I am, but I was around since I was just a little one, about 8 years of age.
Oh yeah, now I remember you.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, it has been some time, hasn't it?
Well, don't be a stranger. It's been some time since we've seen you. We must throw us all a feast for having you back with us.
Oh well, I didn't want to inconvenience you. Well, I just
Save it. Don't worry. I'm sure all of Ishgard has taken note of your presence, so us throwing a feast would, it would be the least that we could do. And he,
Oh, well, thanks, man. Yeah, it is weird. I've never gotten gossiped about before, but I mean, feast would be great.
and then he kind of leans over and he says, "Is that you, Evangeline? Hi. Well, you've grown into one mighty dragoon, as I can see. Yeah, well, considering when I left I wasn't the greatest. But I have learned a lot, throughout my time away from here." I see. Well, it's good to see you as well. And she kinda, kinda does a curtsy sort of thing. Here, 1 second. Lou sent me a message. Alright. And, Evangeline kinda just, like, shields herself away. And, he's like, "Alright, so, as we're getting this whole thing set up and I announce it to everyone, I'd recommend you go see your parents first and, get yourself ready. I was assuming they don't, scold you half to death."
Yeah. I probably should go catch up with them, but I'll like offer him a handshake. Good to see you.
And he reaches out and he just shakes your hand as well. And everyone kind of stands up and gives you like a sort of applause.
Nix awkwardly coughs.
Yeah, Frank Frank jumps back in surprise, and honestly, he feels like a little remorse, the fact that people are being nice and he hasn't been back for 30 years. He just jumps back in surprise. Yeah.
No need to be surprised. You should have known this one was coming.
Yeah. Expected nothing else from you, Emmerich.
Well, and I can safely assure you that your old house that you used to grow up in, is safe and sound in Altair, and no need to worry about anything there.
Oh, thanks, man. Okay, I'm gonna go catch up with my parents wherever they are.
All right. I'll see you here in a few hours.
All right. Thanks.
All right. So yeah. Okay. So after that happens, you want to just leave outside of the castle.
Yeah, I'll respectfully nod and then leave.
All right. Here. Oh shit.
Angel, what did you do?
No, I had accidentally just copied the wrong link. There we go. And yeah. You come on out, and as soon as you come out, you realize that it is snowing a little bit. Just a tad bit.
Oh, alright, BRB.
Yeah.
Wow, it's remember the winters here were quite rough. Remember, Evangeline?
Say that again, sorry.
Remember the winters here being rough, Evangeline?
Oh yeah, I remember quite fondly. I remember we used to have to wear a little bit of gamison underneath our armor when we were training, just so we don't get frostbite.
Yeah. Because hey, Leviathan knows you'd rather freeze than miss a day of training. So.
Oh yeah. But this is not about me. This one is about you. You're the one who wasn't here for the longest time, so this one is about you. I'd recommend, as Sir Emmerich did say, do go rest up and such. I am going to do some preparing myself.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's like a whole thing happening tonight, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I'll see you back here.
All right. Enjoy your day eventually.
And she kind of does the hand salute kind of thing, and she jumps with her spear.
I'll look to the rest of the party. Nix, Ruvik, you want to come meet my parents, or you want to like explore the city, or what do you want to do?
I don't mind following your suit at this point.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not sure where my parents are, but we can find them. We can just, yeah. I probably should have asked before I left, but oh well.
Well, I mean, you can walk back in if you wish.
Yeah, I'll, after like a minute or two of being outside, just like peer my head back in. Oh yeah, Emmerich, your Highness?
Mm-hmm. Just Sir Emmerich is fine.
Sir Emmerich, where did my parents head out to?
Back to their place of stay, as of now. I don't know if you've known, obviously, but, they sort of relocated. They relocated to an area that you've been to quite a good amount of times as a little one. Or at least that's what they tell me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I have a lot of memories of that place.
Yep.
Well, alright, that's all. We'll be on our way.
And yeah, he just waves you off, and the door closes. And the dragoons, the two dragoons that are standing there, they say, "Would you like some escort on your way to your place of stay?"
Well, if it doesn't inconvenience you.
The pleasure's all ours.
Well, then, by all means, yeah.
And they sort of, take their spears, put it behind their backs, and they start walking in front of you, sort of like in sync, not sort of, very much so in sync. And after a good amount of time passes, like some, walking time goes by, you appear right in front of the old place that you used to, they used to come by, as a little one. AKA your parents' new home. Or you don't know how long they've been there, so I don't know if it's new, but to you it's new.
Okay. Looks at the two dragoons. This is the place?
Alright then. We shall see you at the feast.
Alright. Thank you both.
And they both leap out of they just both leap out of your area.
Look to Nyx and say, is this what it felt like when we were going to Shinra and, going to meet your parents? Were you nervous?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, then again, in my case, it was a little more different because, I ran away and basically went to another nation for one because, life was shit, and less personal escort, honestly, but no, honestly, aside from that, things are actually kind of lining up pretty similar to how I felt, yeah.
How'd you get past that nervousness?
I didn't. At least not for the first couple of days.
Well, am I supposed to just go? Yep.
I mean, talking with Orion did help, though. Once I saw him, considering he was one of the only few people that I actually had good memories with from my childhood, it kind of helped put me at ease. But I will say, having all of you guys with me definitely helped out as well.
Yeah, you guys, I definitely feel a lot more comfortable now with all you here. Thanks for being here, Nix.
Of course.
Frank looks at the door nervously for a sec, and he, I guess, just walks up and knocks.
As soon when you walk up and prepare to knock on the door, you kind of catch a glimpse of it. It's a little shiny. You peer your head up a little bit, and you can see it's the it's the symbol of a white dragon.
Yo. Looks up and is like, haven't seen that in a while. And then knocks.
Alright. You knock, and you see okay, the person who opens the door, you can see it's a sort of 12-year-old looking boy with elven ears. Quickly. Okay, yeah. With elven ears, and they open the door. And they have sort of long brown hair with little freckles, brown eyes, and sort of a leather / chainmail tunic on them with the symbol of a wolf on it. It's more of like a side-facing wolf than a forward-facing wolf. And they open the door and they're like, "Hello?"
Kneel down. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Hi. Can I ask who you are?
Hey, my name's Frank Vialis.
Vialis? Wait. The Franklin Vialis?
The Franklin Vialis is me.
And,
Well, we didn't say Burt Reynolds.
I don't know who this Burt Reynolds is, but he sounds crazy.
It depends on which one it is. It's either the tall one or the short one. The short one's definitely crazy and possibly a lawyer.
Aha, good to know. Calling from, way farther in to the little, into the keep, you hear a very, old-sounding voice, and they say, "Man, Elaine, what did I tell you about opening up doors for people you don't know?" And this old woman sort of walks up to you. Is Frankie?
Is that you?
I knew you would return, but I did not expect it to be soon.
Just run up to her and, gently give her a hug.
Oh, Frankie. But she sort of kind of tries to wrap her arms around you, and when you eventually let go, you can see she's in some sort of different type of outfit that you would normally see her in. You can see she's wearing some purple sort of not mage robes, but she's using a mage robe as a cloak over her. And inside you can just see other sorts of fine silken robes and such, and a cane with a crystal ball on top of it. And after this sort of hug, this hug finishes, off, and you let go. you hear another voice coming from out there, and she's like, Lauren? Who's at the door? And, Laura, and, your mom, which you now can see, she says, come over here, Miramis. Look who's returned to us. And, you can see the, sort of, older man who's slightly taller than, Lauren, your mom, is, and, he makes his appearance, and he's like, why, Franklin, yeah. Is that really you?
It's me.
What in the devil? What?
Pops, how are you? Just offer him a handshake.
And he sort of just takes away your handshake, and he just goes in for a hug as well.
Just like pats Miramis's back. It's like, Dad.
It's been so long since I've seen you, boy. You've grown.
I know. I'm sorry I never came back, Dad.
Well, we shan't discuss it out here in the cold. Come on in, Lauren. And, your mom speaks up and she says, I'll go ahead and make you all a cup of tea.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mom. Thanks so much. My friends coming too?
Just kind of waves.
Sure.
No magic. Well, never mind. Yeah. Looks at the rest of the party and is like, so this is my old home. If y'all want to come in, just make yourself comfy.
Nyx walks in and just kind of looks, and then just kind of turns to everyone and is like, is this what it was like when I encountered my parents, or at least my mom, and it was just like that whole the kind of like touchy-feely moment?
Honestly, pretty much. Your mom was really nice.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And your dad's definitely a little more touchy-feely than mine, which not a bad thing.
And Miramis kind of goes up and says, well, come on now. Come on in.
Walk in a little further, look at Nyx and be like, since that thing between your mom and Alistair didn't really work out, and is she seeing anyone, to your knowledge, Nyx?
If you try and date her, don't even try it.
No, I'm not. It's just a harmless question, that's all.
Yeah, no, you better sit your gay ass down.
God damn! Out of left field. Holy shit. Alright. We're into it now.
Like bops Nyx on the head and then goes and sits down on the couch.
Right.
Ow!
For the last time, Nyx, I'm not gay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's someone who would be gay says.
Oh my god. There's no winning with you.
I turn to his parents and is like, it's just a joke, to be fair. I joke with him about it all the time. All jokes aside, it's very nice to be welcomed into your home.
Any friends? And Lauren says, any friends of Frankenlin's is, well, more than welcome in. And when you all walk in, actually, and sit on the couch, you can see that it is very warm and very nice. You can see that in the lounge area where you all are, it is has a sort of red velvet sort of carpet there. And immediately, once you get out of the lounge area, you see two separate hallways going in two different directions. It's very tall. It's a very big place. It's obviously not as big as one estate, but like, it is a pretty large tower where you all live in. And there's a fire going on in the lounge, and at the very Jesus Christ, at the very top, you can see that it is a painting of Miramis, Franklin, and Lauren when they were all young. Back when Franklin was like in his early teens, and Miramis and Lauren are in their spring chicken era. But yeah, y'all lie down. Not lie down. Y'all all sit down on the very luxurious couch. Really quick. Just for confirmation. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure that you were that you weren't I couldn't hear you, and I was making sure that everyone else heard you, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Just make sure, because you've been here for the longest time, and I thought I was like, can I? But yeah, no. All right, and you all sit down on the couch, and moments go by. It's sort of awkward at first, but Miramis comes up to you all, and mostly you, Franklin, and says, "So, where the devil have you been at for all these years?"
I headed east, and I was in Burmecia for a bit, and then I went to I was in Burmecia for a bit, and I went to Cornelia after that.
All right, quick question. When exactly did you meet Anna? Did you meet her in Burmecia, or did she like kind of grow up with you here in Altair and Ishgard?
I'd met her in Burmecia.
Okay, so they don't know about her then. All right.
Yeah, I headed, and there's like regret on his face again. I went to Burmecia, and decides not to tell them yet about Anna. And it's like, well, how have things been here though?
Everything's been all right so far. Nothing too bad's happened except for war with those Ravenaster folks over there.
Oh.
But that's been long over with.
Okay. Neither of you got hurt? Are you all right?
Well, we're alive now, aren't we?
That's true. Hey, Dad, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the water crystal?
Considering it's been near our home for the longest time, of course I know about it. It's the very thing that keeps the seas at bay from swallowing us all whole.
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering if you knew about anything that had happened to it, or anything?
Is that the reason why you came back here, son?
Oh. No, I also wanted to see you, and Mom, too.
Well, I mean, I don't know who's ever taught you the manners, but usually, you get acquainted with people before, you start asking about ultra-powerful crystals that could quite possibly end the world.
Well, Dad, I'm sorry, okay? We can table that discussion, okay? What else have I missed?
Not much. A few rumors going around about a sort of uh, he sort of thinks to himself for a little bit. Sort of been rumors going around about a man in black armor trying to gather up a Dravanian horde to go against us. Those have just been rumors so far.
Man in black armor.
Yeah, I
don't think we've ever. I don't recall any armies wearing black. Not that we fought, anyways.
which you would think would be, you know, a bit. You would think that would be odd, but everyone around here just seems to be, you know, taking it in, just taking it as a rumor. And
So it's just a rumor then, right? Nothing bad's gonna happen.
not. I mean, life is full of bad things, you know. But it's about, you know, what you do and what you try to do to help either stop those things or prevent them, or, you know, try to aid in the chaos and the destruction. So for now, but to answer your question, as for right now, they are just rumors. And as he ends that sort of statement, Lauren comes back with a pot of tea and a bunch of different teacups, and she says, "All right, now," and she starts to pour them.
How are you?
She starts to pour each and every one of you guys a cup. All right, how many sugars would you all like?
None for me, thank you.
Just one.
Oh, you didn't have to tell me. I remember. And oh no, yeah, sure. And you? Points to you, Rivik.
What?
How many sugars do you want in your tea, dearie?
I didn't realize Ruvik was there.
You're all there. Well, I mean, yeah.
He doesn't drink.
It's tea.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
Oh, he doesn't drink any. Oh, I thought you were just saying about alcohol. Yeah, fair. You're right. Now that I'm thinking about that, yeah.
Thank you.
So you get she says, okay, well, if you ever need anything, let me know.
Nah, I'll be good.
And after
Huh?
she puts
I do not.
after she puts the pot down, she says, I had foreseen you coming here. I just didn't expect you here that soon.
Yeah.
You too. Happy up.
We had
It is.
we've had some things to do. Honestly, I'm sorry I never came back sooner, Mom.
Well, I have to admit that when you first left, it did hurt. But we trusted in the gods to guide you, and hopefully to find your own path. And it seems like you've come here a stronger, independent man. So I forgive you, at least. I don't know much about your father, but I do. It's gonna, you know, your father, Miramis, is just gonna be like, it's gonna take a little bit more time. Maybe give me a few more hours, and then maybe I'll forgive you. And he sort of chuckles.
I'll be like, thanks, Mom. And yeah, I understand, Pops. I get it.
And Lauren also says, so I trust Gilgamesh was a worthy challenge for you all.
You knew about that, Mom?
Well, of course I did. Didn't he mention someone by the name of Master Montoya?
Did you?
How would you know that?
Well, son, I am her. It's a sort of a title I've given to myself. I can... you weren't around for this, Franklin, but not soon after you left, I had very bad nightmares about anything and everything that could have happened to you out there. And what with my magic abilities still being there, and this, I can't really explain it, but something awakened within me, and now I can foresee things with. And she kind of picks up the little staff with the crystal ball on top, and she starts waving her hand to it, and she says, I can see almost anything that can happen in the future. Though, the future isn't certain. Sometimes I get a look at it, and if people go their own way, then the future changes. So, it's not certain, but it's there.
You mean to tell me you're an oracle?
Of sorts. Sort of.
My mom, yeah, I mean, she was always a gifted sorceress. Yeah, I remember you used to like mess around with me and Dad when we were younger, just harmless little cantrips.
Mm-hmm. And oh wait, continue.
She's just, yeah, my mom's always been gifted at magic.
Yours and mine both, apparently.
Reckon our moms are getting along.
That's possible.
Well, anywho, did you have something else you were gonna say, Ma?
No, I'm just. It's a little surreal almost to see you here again.
You're telling me.
So, how did your time in Ishgard go since you've been here?
It's been okay. There was, I mean, when we got to, we checked in fine. So they apparently knew me, and I mean, I guess that comes with the title, but, and then there was a little bit of gossip, and I don't know if you remember Mom, Pops, Emmerich, from when I was like really young.
Oh, of course. I mean, we damn near saw the little boy grow up into the fine ruler that he's become.
That's true. Well, he's, we talked to him, and he basically wants to throw a feast to celebrate my return. If you want to come, Mom, Pops?
Of course we would. You're our son, aren't you? So, I mean, we have to be there.
That's true.
When exactly did you want to hold this feast?
He was thinking like later tonight. Probably like, yeah, later in the evening.
Well, I'd say if you wish, you can roam around Ishgard to see if you can find something that suits your fancy. You would want to dress nice for our king, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, probably get some clothes. Sorry, I'm just. It's good to be home.
It's good to have you back as well. And after the sort of silence starts, the same young boy that opened the door runs up and he says, Master Matoya, look what I can do now! And he can see that he sort of puts his hands on the floor, and little small stones like come up, almost like Vesta's quake spell, but like on a much smaller scale. Oh, that's great, honey. Keep at it now, and in a few days we'll return back to your training. And then he nods his head and he runs back to wherever it was he came from.
You teach others magic.
Yeah, well, I teach others magic because, I mean, Lord knows how long I'll be here. And I would like to, you know, at least get one more oracle here in this world before I go. Which,
Don't say that, Mom.
well, it's true. I ain't getting any younger.
You've got to imagine how hard that is for me to imagine, though.
Well, I mean, it's true. I wouldn't want to withhold you from the truth.
It's fair.
And she sort of pauses for a second. Frankie,
Yeah?
there's something that your father and I have to tell you. It's nothing bad. It's just that since you've been gone, they sort of hold hands, and Mirma speaks up and says, "You have a brother."
What?
Nyx kind of spurts out tea a little bit as they're drinking, and it's just like, what?
What? Oh. Wait, huh? How old? And what? What's his name? And
Not much.
What?
Not much younger than you are. How old are you now again?
Shit, how old did I make him? Like 45?
Wait, how old are you?
40s.
Alright, so yeah, you're 46, correct?
Yes.
Alright. So yeah, she says, well, we sort of... He was conceived around the time where you had left. And, he's... Well... It seems like you two have a habit of, running away. So,
Did he also leave?
well, not at first. He always grew up. He grew up knowing about you and, what you were trying to achieve, or at least that's what he's been saying, and so he went off to, Altair to train. Well, I mean, he stayed in Altair to train and become a paladin, much like yourself. And he hasn't returned. I don't think he's dead. My senses haven't sensed any sort of thing like that, but the only thing we can say now is that he probably ran away. And as for his name is Golbez Vialis.
Golbez.
Miss Vialis, may I ask something really quick? Franklin's younger brother, he wouldn't have been a part of an arranged marriage with a noble house in Inra, would he?
I don't think so, considering he left when he was young, so probably not.
You see, Nyx takes a very, very relaxed sort of sigh and just kind of mutters in Elvish, "Oh, thank fucking gods."
I heard that, you know.
Switches to Dwarfish and is like, "Oh shit."
And Mirma says, I heard that as well.
Mom, Dad, go easy, please.
And
Nyx,
what would
Nyx just kind of goes beet red at that point.
And he says, Mirma says to you, what would you know about arranged marriages, Sonny?
It's complicated, but let's just say, for the sake of simplicity, I'm a representative of a noble house in Shinra, and people there like to gossip a little bit.
Lauren and Miramis kind of look to each other and they're like, uh-oh. You wouldn't happen to be one of those that are Pendrix, would you?
Yes and no. I am a representative of the Pendrick family, but I don't know if you heard, but the Pendrick house and all of their businesses have actually been under new ownership these last few months.
Well, no, we haven't heard much from there. But, for what we know about, our encounters with Pendrix, they seem to have very much of a hothead sort of attitude to them. And, you might be?
I will admit the previous head of the Pendrick family, Alistair Pendrick, was not the best example of the family. The newest head actually happens to be his daughter.
And I would, putting two and two together, I would assume that would be you.
Nyx just kind of blinks for a second and is like, and then turns to Franklin and goes, I can't tell if I'm surprised or terrified of your parents now.
Don't be. My mom's a genius. I literally could never have any secrets when I was young because she always knew. So.
Turns back to Mom and Pop Vials and goes, yes, that would be me.
Well, I don't know about an Alistair Pendrick, but I did hear of his apparently, you know, what with us being so young, Alistair wasn't in the chair at the time when we knew him. Well, when we knew his father. If you think your father's bad, then you do not. I hope, for the sake of your sanity, that you haven't met your grandparents.
Let's just say a lot of my childhood I tend to forget. Actually, a little over a year ago, I ran away from the estate, went to Bermesia in Cornelia, tried to forget everything, but this last year has kind of made me have to confront the past. And the reason I was asking about the arranged marriage, and forgive me for actually asking that to begin with, is one of the reasons I left was because of such a arrangement that was to be placed between me and the son of a house to who I never actually had a chance to know or meet. So I there would be moments where I joked with Franklin about him having a brother who would have been a part of the arranged marriage, but let's be honest, the two of us being sibling-in-laws would be a terrifying idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that is if Franklin decided to not indulge into those sort of marriages. I would assume he's not married. Are you, Sonny? I hope you're not married to this young one here.
Oh.
No.
We'd never talked about arranged marriages. when we were young,
Not-
mom and pops.
Not really my thing, honestly. No
Yeah.
offense to your son, but
Oh, well,
not really my
Um,
thing.
none taken, mine either. Though, I guess I should mention. I mean, I'm not married yet, but when I got into Vermesia, I met this. I did meet a woman.
Oh, Miramisk stands up and he's like, "Oh, my son. Okay, go on."
Her name is Anna, and she's really sweet. She, when I had gotten to Vermesia, she like kept my secret and helped me get back onto my feet, and helped me like find a place to live. And I've always been thankful to her for that. And I think, well, you know, I don't need to like. No, you know about like the world and everything changing. When all this is over, I think I want to go back and maybe propose to her.
Well, you best do that now while you're somewhat young. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it'd be fine. You can do it, son.
Oh, thanks, Mom. And yeah, I mean, if she like is up to it, you guys will love her, and I'd definitely like introduce you to her at some point. But you're right, not getting any younger, as you say.
None of us are.
Well, as we've been going for quite some time, how about you go upstairs and, you, go prepare for this, feast here.
Okay, sure. Thanks for the tea, Ma.
No problem.
I'll like head up to yeah, I'll just head upstairs.
Does everyone else, I guess, follow? Or, actually, you know what? No, actually, Lauren's gonna get up and say, "Alright, the rest of you follow me. I've got places for you all to stay. For the time being."
I shall definitely follow her.
Alright. Rivik, do you follow?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. And, yeah. So she leads you through the corridor, and, she leads you all into a guest room with about 4 extra beds in there. And she says, "Alright, just go ahead and get ready in here, and, when you're ready, we can head out and head to the castle." Alright. Here. Alright, so, after, I guess, okay, so we'll run through all of you guys. First of all, Franklin, what will you be doing in the for the time being?
I think Franklin will, after getting up to his bedroom, softly like just walk around and just like run his hand along everything and just reminisce. And he's just gonna stand in there for a few minutes looking at everything and just kind of quietly whisper, "I'm sorry." And then he will, he's going to, he's gonna spend a little time just looking around, sitting down on the bed, and then start getting ready. You know, that's it. Just look around and then start putting like whatever clothes I have on.
Okay, so yeah, you put on your good old fine clothes. You know, they're freshly, you know, laid out there, and they have sort of, you can tell that they've been washed recently, further proving the whole foreseeing thing. And yeah, they're really they're really nice looking clothes. They stick to the color scheme of the city, which is gray and blue, and with accents of gold. Alright, and we shall move over. Nyx, what is it that you will be doing for the time being?
Nyx will definitely get out get out some formal attire for the celebration. I mean, Nyx might be a Shinrite, but they still know how to dress for a party. Aside from that, definitely spend a little bit of time jotting down notes between equations for the mech, and still, as always, trying to figure out some sort of mathematical balance between Magitech equations and actual arcane practice. But also still like prepare for the events ahead.
And Ruvik.
He's just chilling, eating baguettes. He's not changing. He's just sitting, eating baguettes and waiting.
Nyx, yeah, you also notice that that Rubik is there eating baguettes.
Nyx is not surprised at all and is just continuing to work and lay out some clothes for the feast.
Okay. And yeah, some time goes by. Let me go ahead and pause this real quick. Some time goes by, and you know, you're getting all set and ready, and pretty much okay. Franklin, as you come out of your room, all dressed up, looking nice and fine and good, you can hear a very loud, deep voice coming from across the hall from the lounge room. You can hear a very deep-voiced man yelling out something. Where is he? And don't you dare lie to me. And then you can hear your mother say, I don't know where he is. Liar! You better tell me where he is now, or I'll make sure you don't get another breath in your damn body.
I'll grab my sword and shield and run downstairs.
Alright. You make your way downstairs, and you can see a, what stands before you in this lounge area is, hang on. You can see...
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Can all of us hear this yelling going on, or is it just Franklin at this point?
Yes, it is ringing out all the way there. And
I'm definitely grabbing my weapons and heading out.
All right, and yep. So you come out and you see you have your sword and shield drawn, and you can see standing before you is he's about how can I say, about 4 inches taller than you, Franklin. It is a man clad in black armor with 2 horns sticking out of his head, with a black cape behind him. And he is this man here, and he is holding your mom's throat in his hand.
He shouts, "Get away from her! Release her!"
And he just kind of stops and pauses for a second, and he lets her go, kind of just dropping her to the ground. It's nice to see you. I've heard stories, brother. And that'll be the end of the session for today.
Oh my fucking god!
Alright, that'll be the end today, guys. Thank you for coming down to the stream and getting juicy with us. I'm never saying that again. But we will see you all next week for who this dark outfitted armored guy is on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Bye-bye!
Bye.